Morning guys, welcome back to part 2 of the little Fiesta that I purchased from Copart. Took wheel off to inspect the damage, see what bits I'm going to need to take on the part vehicle today. I've parked right next to it so that I can just stretch right across and grab the bits. But as you can see guys, there is grease everywhere. The drive shaft has split, and then upon inspection, I did kind of notice it yesterday but wasn't 100% because you couldn't see properly, but the mounting point there is actually all bent on the subframe and the bolts bent. Sorry, just get some focus. So we're going to be swapping out the whole bed today. It is quite small. There's 4 bolts holding it up, an engine mount. You've got to disconnect the steering rack and the anti-roll bar and just drop the whole thing down. It has got a bent drumstick on it as well, you can see there, so we're going to need to change that out. But what I've decided guys, this is a 15 reg car that's done 31,000 miles. This is an 09 reg car that's done about 80. Although all of those parts will fit on this car and they will all do the job. If you actually look, that subframe is actually quite rusty and I don't really want to put that on this car. So I've just the spares place and they've got a bed there for £50. I'm going to whip this one off. I'm going to go straight over there, grab that, and then put that on this car. But we'll use the drive shaft from the parts car and the suspension leg. I'll be back shortly. So the plan is, guys, obviously I cannot get that car off the back of the truck. I don't have a forklift or anything like that here, so I do have to get them drivable to get them off the back of the trucks. So just a temporary measure, I've took the lower arm off the parts car. I mean, it's scrap anyway, the car, so it doesn't matter that I'm going to use it. I've taken the lower arm off and I'm going to actually attempt to get it on there. I should be able to get it on there and get the bolts through, just so that it pulls that wheel straight, so that I can get this spare wheel on it, and then I'm able to get it off the truck and drive it onto the ramp. The truck may fit between the ramp, but I'm not even going to attempt it. I'm just going to try and stick it on there on the back of the truck. Guys, to get these lower arms out, I know a lot of people do say they like to see me doing it, but I don't actually record it. There's your main pin, goes up through the bottom of the leg there. You take the bolt out and you just literally open the gap up and tap it down. You've got one bolt there in the subframe, and then you've got one bolt there under the steering on the subframe, which is obviously, it goes in there, the top of the bolt is there, and you just undo it from under there. I'm going to be taking this drumstick off as well guys. I normally do buy them, they're only about £10, but I've got one here, so I'll put a screwdriver in there, knock the Jubilee clip off, full lock it this way, get a big pair of Stilsons on it, crack it open, and that will just unwind off, and I'll get that one on the car as well. Moving on quite quick, I've got the rack end off of the parts car. I've got that lower arm on there. I'm just going to go ahead now and remove this bent one. What you do is, there is a clip right up the back there, a Jubilee clip. You need a really long screwdriver just to knock that off, and then get the Stilsons. I've got the little Stilsons here ready. You get those on it, give it one hard smack, and they do pop straight off, and we'll wind the other one on. And there's the ball we need to get on guys, so it is quite tight. But you do get those, get a good grip on them and just give them one hard clump, and that will come straight undone. As soon as that's off guys, poke your hands up there, it might be quite far back, get that Jubilee clip off, because we're going to be replacing that with a wire tie. And that's a new one on there guys. We're going to be using the same scenario to get it back on, get a tight grip on it, and one hard bang that way, and that'll be done. Sorry guys, I've just screwed that in there, I've had to undo it again. Put a bit of thread lock on that before you put it in there. I'm not worried about the other person trying to get it out when they want to change it. I'm worried about it staying in there all the time that I've got the car, and after I've sold it, knowing that it's done properly. That is it guys, it's all temporary, but it's all bolted in there. I've used the drive shaft from the other car. I've used the lower arm. I've used the steering rack end, or drumstick as I like to call it. But yeah, I need to get it up on the ramp now, get this subframe off, engine bed I like to call it, for those of you that keep wondering what. Obviously we do use a bit of lingo in the car trade, drumsticks, obviously a steering rack end, and engine bed, which is the bed of the engine, but it's this lower subframe. So I'll get this off the car now, get it up on the ramp, and get that swapped out. I'm just going to whip over and pick the other one up. You can probably see there, guys, that wing has all gone back. I've pulled it out a little bit at the bottom. It wants a bit more dressing up, a bit more tidying up here, but there's quite a lot of movement on there, and that's going to be perfect, that wing. It's going to repair easy. Let's get this wheel bolted on. That is going to be a wrap for that film today, guys. I was going to try and do it in 2 parts, but you can probably hear it in my voice. I've come down with some sort of cold, and I just really didn't feel well all day. I've got the other engine bed off. The other one is ready to put on. It's just a few bolts. I won't bother filming it, but I'll be doing another video later this week on the Ferrari, and I will record the Fiesta going off to the paint shop as the first part of that video, so that you can see that it's all done, it's all straight. Sorry I couldn't add anything to that today, guys. I've literally come home, took some cold and flu tablets, and I'm going to get myself an early night. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Don't forget, please like, subscribe, share, and yeah, put your comments in there, guys. Let me know what you think. Just quickly before I do go, I did buy one of those alloy wheels for £40 earlier from the breakers yard when I went and got the engine bed. So I am going to be putting the original wheel back on the car and saving those other wheels for another day. So thanks everyone that commented saying what they thought of putting them on there and putting the original ones back on. There was some people having a discussion about the speedo. It really don't make a blind bit of difference if you put them 17-inch wheels on that car. Like somebody said, the height of the tyres on the 15-inch ones, there's barely anything in it at all when you stand it up, and 9 out of 10 speedos are actually out anyway. When you do have your sat nav on, the speedo's always 2 miles an hour behind, so, or 2 miles an hour ahead. So thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you later in the week in the next video.